Alright, welcome back to some more Danganronpa V3. Let me see about lowering that a little bit. So sorry about no video yesterday. Gonna try to put one up today, aka Thursday the 10th. Just turned midnight, so that's why I could tell. And I do apologize. I was not feeling too well yesterday night. Like, I had been busy all day and pretty much was rushing really badly all day yesterday, and due to that my body just did not want to record, and I still don't feel too comfortable trying to record, but I want to try to get this out so I'm not like missing for the rest of the days. Like, I want to try to record tomorrow too, and then be done for the rest of the week, so week and weekend. So pretty much put out the entire trial on Friday if I can. So without further ado, let us get into this. Grab my Vita that was on my computer and let's go. Alright, so that Atua may guide her soul to the gates of heaven, blah blah blah. I'm not very sad about Angie dying because of her brainwashing and her trying to control the school and blah blah blah. I think you all know why I'm not too terribly sad about Angie dying, so let's go on. Atua, please take care of Angie. Ugh, even after death, she's left her mark of everyone. Atua. Bleh.
It can't be!
Hey, why did it end up like this? Didn't Angie have Atua with her? Exactly.
You don't know?
Clearly she didn't. Yeah, I want to say that, as well as the fact that she was in a locked room by herself, which, again, only suspect, but I really don't, a suspect, but at the same time, I really don't think it would be Kokichi, because Kokichi is kinda like that evil player, or that evil, character that you would see, like, kinda at the end of the game sort of thing, like, but instead of being like Fuyahiko in the last game, I really don't see any of him being redeemed at any point, so. Weird! That not true! Angie say Atua always by our side. If that's the case, then why is she dead? Damn it. We don't have time to be talking about this. Instead of talking about Atua...
Right?
Yeah! We gotta talk about which one of us is the culprit, and win this killing game!
Really?
Wait, this is part of the killing game?
That's right.
What else could it be? The fact that Angie's dead can only mean one thing. One of us killed her. I don't want to suspect, I really do not want to suspect Maki, because Maki's, like, it would really be heartbreaking in the fact that trying to, like, change Maki where she becomes a little more friendly and stuff, and, like, pretty much, yeah, like, being a lot more friendly and stuff. Like, she does have her tics, of course, but, don't want to suspect Maki, don't want to suspect Kaito because he's been freaking sick all the time, and don't want to suspect, I really don't want to suspect Kiyo either, but, yeah, I don't know.
No way!
Unlike the last case, it honestly felt like it was pointed to at the, I know it started with a K. Kirumi. I knew it started with a K-I-R. I felt like it was Kirumi the whole time because she was the only one that had a shaky iffy alibi, I think. Like, she really didn't have much of an alibi, and the setup seemed way too complicated for anyone else that didn't have an alibi to be doing. It was the perfect setup, and as I said, the only thing that screwed it up was her dropping the ball, or in this case, the tube, and part of her gloves, I think, or whatever she used to go across the rope. So otherwise, it was the perfect case for the most, or perfect murder. But that's why I could suspect Kirumi. Here, I'm not sure who it is right now.
But...
Is that what really happened?
Huh?
could it be?
It's possible the culprit who killed Angie wasn't one of us, but... Oh my god, that's disgusting, more so than usual. And have you been throwing up the entire time so much that you've been growing mushrooms on yourself now? You're starting to look like Junko from the first game when she's in her down mood.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a vomit-soaked entrance! How novel! And the puke is green again, too. That's a pretty ominous sign. Yeah, but it's all shiny or something, too. That's kinda gross, but at the same time, huh? Why did another murder happen? What's the deal, Monodam? I thought you were gonna make everyone get along.
It's okay.
Overcoming this will bring everyone closer together. That has been the case so far, yes? No. Their bond gets stronger with each class trial, does it not?
It's fine.
Murders are necessary to bring everyone closer together. Ha 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 ha. But how?
So then,
Let's get started. Let's boogie.
we are all friends.
Conduct a friendly investigation. Then we will have a friendly class trial. I'm wondering how the next class trial actually is going to be with Monokuma kinda screwed up. Is Monodam going to take over the frickin' thing, or are all three of them going to take over? We must distribute these first. It's the Mono Cub file.
Oh!
Oh. Oh, look! The Monokuma file! I wanted to be the one to pass it out. Didn't you want to do it too, Monofani? No.
So,
By the way, I've been thinking, you guys should knock off all this killing and dying. Dying is like so lame. Living is all the rage these days. More green puke. This is really unlucky.
So long.
farewell!
So then,
As there is no use complaining, we are better off beginning our investigation. So everyone, we all know what we need to do, yes?
Yeah.
Yep, I mean, by the third murder, we should all be pretty used to dead bodies. Especially a dead body with a bunch of wax dummies of our dead brethren, right? Yeah.
Wait!
Not Gonta! No way Gonta ever get used to this!
Nope.
Trust me, you don't want to be used to this. No one should get used to this. At least she, see? She's even saying, a good fact, you should not get used to this. I know what it's like to get used to this, and you do not want to get used to this. That's nice and all, but it seems pretty insincere coming from an assassin.
unfortunately,
let's start investigating. It's not like we have any other choice.
You're right.
That is true. But still, it's strange. This is a bizarre setup. I mean, this is like freaking... Look at this. This is like just... This is such a huge mess. Like, oh my god. Look at all the freaking black crap everywhere. You still got this black crap. You have freaking swords through the freaking wax dummies and stuff. And... I'm still trying to look at Rantaro because Rantaro was made such a big deal in the last part. It's like, 4 wax figures, effigies of the dead, hung upside down in the room. And in the middle, Angie's body and a pool of blood. It's almost like it was a ritual of some kind. It certainly appears to be some kind of ritual, at least.
Shuichi!
Alright, bro. I'm counting on you as my sidekick. Let's end this nightmare together.
Okay.
Yeah, but are you feeling okay, Kaito?
Okay.
We seriously don't have time to be talking about this. No way we're gonna die here. I'm definitely gonna find the culprit.
Seems like...
The culprit? Is it really someone among us that killed Angie? I get how you feel, Tsumugi, but do you have to repeat that tired old line every time? Oh, no, that's not it. I mean, could this have been the work of the transfer student?
Huh?
That's why I wanted to look real close at Rantaro's body. Angie prepared the ritual in this room to resurrect the dead. Yeah? And she made those wax dolls hanging upside down as part of the ritual.
Could it be?
Well, that's a new emote, if I do say so myself. Maybe the ritual succeeded and the resurrected person killed her. He looks like a zombie! Zombie!
Hey!
What? Shut up already.
What?
It's her fault! Telling scary stories out of nowhere like that! Saying messed up stuff like that! Kaito, are you alright?
Damn.
Sir. Sorry, Shuichi. I need to get some fresh air. I'll leave this to you and Maki. Do a good job, you guys. Kind of left, still a bit wobbly. Damn it, Tsumugi! Did you really have to say that out loud? Do a good job. That coward has a lot of nerves bossing us around. Maybe that wasn't the best way to phrase it, but he just wants to encourage.
Jeez.
You've clearly settled right into your role of your sidekick role.
It's okay.
I don't need him to give me orders. With so few people left, I can't afford to sit out anymore. It's time to be serious.
Well...
It's time for Maki to be ultimate detective number 2 in this game. So, where should we start? We should check the Monokuma file first, right?
You're right.
Yeah, let's take a look. The victim is Angie Yanaga, the ultimate artist. More like the ultimate cultist, or ultimate cultist leader. Like, we have frickin' we have Kokichi as the ultimate supreme leader, right? Yeah, ultimate supreme leader, and then we have Angie being frickin' ultimate cult leader. Considering she frickin' brainwashed so frickin' quickly, almost half the skull. The body was found in the Ultimate Artist's lab, where... her lab, pretty much. The time of death is approximately 2 in the morning? Wow, they're giving us the time for once. That's a rare frickin' instance. The cause of death is a stab wound to the back of the neck. Oh. Wow, and the forehead also has a Oh! Ooh. Time to load that up. First truth bullet. The Monokuma file included the time of death this time. Like I said, that's not very ordinary. It usually, like, it feels like it hardly ever includes the time of death, so, because if it includes the time of death, that's like almost pointing right at who the killer is, because just gotta check at where everyone was at 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 a.m. Everyone must have been asleep. We probably can't rely on witness testimonies. This is true.
But...
So, the murder happened at nighttime after all. And that's another thing, actually. If she died at 2 in the morning, and if it was an ultimate student resurrected, how did they lock the door? That's a good question, in my opinion. Like, there's no way to lock the door. Monodam ate the key. If everyone had followed the student council's rules like Angie and Atua said... Shut up! Do not even go there, because the student council is probably the most suspect out of everyone here.
What good will saying that do? The culprit may be one of the student council, yes?
Exactly!
Why?
A member of the student council? That's...
Alright!
We should go and figure that out! Let's start investigating and solve this mystery together! I'm glad you're in the spirit of things.
It's impossible.
I can't.
Himiko?
I can't do it. I can't investigate Angie's body.
But...
If we don't make it through the class trial, then everyone will die.
Whatever.
I don't care anymore. What?
What a pain.
Surviving and everything else. It's too much of a pain. Are you saying that as it's too much of a pain, as in it's too much work, or are you saying it in another light where you have seen so many people die? Because this is technically since Himiko is part of the student council, this is like frickin' Yazakura? Mr. Fortune Teller guy, and the occult is bullcrap and all that, all that sort of stuff. Yasuhiro. He was freaking like blamed like if you want to include the last case, 3 times. That's like, holy crap, and that's like a pain in the frickin' butt right there. So, and she's probably the youngest in my opinion, so she probably would be, she's like mentally drained in my opinion at this point, I would think too.
What was that?
Then why don't we just use your magic to revive Angie?
Please stop!
Whoa. That would be dark magic. I don't think Angie would be doing that kind of stuff. Just saying. This is no time for your mean-spirited taunts. Reviving her is clearly impossible.
Is that so?
We cannot say that with certainty. No.
Huh?
Excuse me?
No.
Well, of course resurrecting her is impossible, but I know a way we can speak with Angie.
Which, the funny thing is, because we've been talking with Kiyo so much, we have learned a little bit with Kiyo, and he does deal with talking with the dead. So it ain't a cult. The occult is bullcrap.
You see,
We can summon her spirit with a seance called the Caged Child. I have been wanting to do this for quite some time. Since this chapter has started. Since I have been able to get into my lab and find that I have one in my lab. Oh, glorious! I cannot believe it.
Seance?
What are you trying to pull?
Seance? What are you talking about? Cut it out already.
You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah, this is no time for jokes.
I am serious.
And the reason why I actually made a little stumble for Mika was because she was sweating. So it's like, really? Are you kidding me?
Oh, I am definitely serious. This is for our investigation.
Huh?
For our investigation?
Yes.
If we speak with Angie, we can ask her who the culprit is and bring this case to a swift close.
Okay, Kiyo is starting to act suspicious.
Well, you know.
First, a resurrection ritual, and now a seance? Are you messing with us?
Do you understand?
I would appreciate it if you didn't compare it to Monokuma's foolishness. Resurrection. Who would believe in such things? Seances are genuine occurrences. They are written in literature all over the world. In fact, I myself have participated in seances a great many times.
Huh? Many times?
On top of that, we have here a rare chance to perform the legendary seance, the Caged Child. Something I never have done, and I've never been able to see. And I've never seen the statue that was allowed to do this. But we finally are able to do this. I'm able to do this. It would be foolish to not take that advantage. Yes? It'd be foolish.
No matter how you put it, now's not the time for something.
However...
Oh? I suspect the only way to confirm your earlier theory is by performing the seance. Yes?
What?
My earlier theory? Now the thing is, Monokuma is not, is pretty much out cold right now. Like, we haven't heard him since the beginning of the last video, I think. And he was like, just, it might have been the video before actually, and that was a 3-hour video last video. So the Monokubs might actually be giving us more time and don't care how long we take to investigate, because it's like, they want us just to get closer together, it sounds like, so.
Therefore,
the possibility of the culprit being the resurrected transfer student. It is not wise to go into the class trial with such outlandish theories in one's head.
well,
So to prove such a thing impossible, I think it best we consult with Angie herself.
incomprehensible.
That logic is peculiar, to say the least. Yeah, but it is also believing that the resurrected student killed her. Isn't that even less logical? I mean, talking to the dead is one thing, but resurrecting a student that wouldn't look like a zombie much less. Isn't that kinda, you know. You know. Holding a seance to find out about the ritual. So we're gonna fight the occult with the occult. No, the occult is bullcrap.
Okay.
Well, We can't worry about this forever, so we might as well go with the easiest solution.
How exciting!
Okay, I'll help out. I was getting bored of investigating anyway. We haven't even started investigating.
Huh?
Exactly, huh? I'll help too.
Huh?
You too, Himiko?
I...
If I can talk to Angie one more time, I'll do anything. A seance or whatever it takes. I'll do it.
Well,
I'll help as well. I can't leave Himiko alone.
do whatever you want.
Man, Himiko is still totally brainwashed.
Yes!
Okay, I will.
So, now we have 4 participants: Kokichi, Himiko, Tinko, and myself. However, the caged child requires 5 people. We're 1 short.
Fine. Then Keyboy can come too. I don't mean to be robo-phobic, as Kibo would say, but would that count as a person, like, in this instance? Like, considering they're not, like... They don't have, like, I don't mean to say flesh, but they're not, like... They don't have a biological body. They're made out of metal and stuff. It seems like that might not count.
You're right.
I guess we can't be picky. Well, if Kiyo thinks it'll work, then that's fine with me. Why am I being forced to participate and being treated like a burden? Well, I don't care, like, I don't want you to be forced to participate, but being treated like a burden, like I said, you don't have like skin. You're made out of metal. Like, I don't know if that works with with that. I don't know if you look at freaking what is it? Chrono Trigger? Robo did not have technically did not have magic powers. He used his he used magic via his guns pretty much, because if you try to learn magic with Robo, that's a no-go. So
Well then.
So then, we need a place to perform the seance.
okay, fine, Kiyo. Use a robot. I guess we'll go Chrono Trigger with this, since we got 5 people in it. It was a 5-people party there, too.
Where shall we do it?
In here? How about your lab? Or, how about your lab? Yeah, that makes sense. That seems like the best place to do it. Or in one of the empty rooms, since it's pretty empty.
No.
No. In order for the caged child to succeed, the room must be as dark as possible.
Did I just not mention that, one of those 3 creepy rooms?
My lab has windows, so turning the lights off won't make it quite dark enough.
Then, how about one of the empty rooms?
That's...
Empty rooms? The ones on the 4th floor? You know, the floor we're currently on? You didn't have to refer to it as the 4th floor, since we're on the 4th floor. But okay. There aren't any windows in there, so if we blow out the candles, it should be pitch dark.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Listen up!
I agree with Himiko.
Tell me your thoughts.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
Then,
The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
I see, yes.
Very well. I shall begin the preparations at once. I shall have you 4 help as well. Let us carry all the necessary equipment from my lab.
Are you really going to do this?
Do you understand?
This is for our investigation. I said as much, did I not? We need to use all our effort to discover the culprit, lest our lives will be lost.
Whoop. There goes 5, and now we have 5 remaining, including me.
This is stupid.
Are they serious about this stupid seance?
But
Perhaps that's just part of the investigation in their eyes. We should go with it. I mean, they'll do their investigating, and we'll do ours. We'll do the investigating in the fashion of looking for clues and looking at the body and stuff, and they will try to contact the dead. Yeah. In any case, I should focus on what I can do. I've been frickin' recording for 30 minutes, and we haven't gotten anywhere. What the ultimate detective can do. Investigation start. Okay, so I want to go straight to this. That is peculiar. There's a hammer right there, but you can't investigate it. And we also can't investigate any of the effigies either. That's strange in itself. Also, what, we can't just tap on the book. We have to go to Angie's body. Go to Angie's body. Angie's body. She's lying face down in the middle of the room.
What's wrong?
Are you going to take a closer look?
okay.
Yeah, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. We've already wasted 32 minutes of time after all. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the dead body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. Well, heck, Shuichi, you shouldn't have any problems either. You're a detective. You should be used to dead bodies too. Okay, now we can investigate the effigies. I want to look at this Necronomicon. Ah, this book! The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. By performing the ritual as written, you can resurrect one deceased victim.
I knew it.
This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
Hey,
Angie tried to perform the ritual written into this book, right?
Okay.
Yeah. If we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look at the book. This ain't no frickin' Necronomicon. This is a frickin' how to resurrect the dead for dummies, pretty much, it looks like. I mean, look at this. What? Why is there frickin' Monokumas all over the place? The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. Wait. How much do you know about resurrection rituals? I'm an expert. That's why I wrote this handy manual. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. Even a monkey. Even a bear. What's a ritual? Do you want to talk to a dead loved one again? This simple ritual will return a departed soul to the land of the living. Here's how. Preparing the effigy. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. The size and shape of the effigy. Yeah, we already read that part. And you can make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. Sprinkle ashes on the deceased, then close your eyes, and after a while, you should feel a light tap on the back. If so, that means blah 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 blah. It'll probably say it on the Yeah, we already read that. Wait, after the preparing the... I don't remember seeing that on there. Oh, it's probably this part that it's talking about now. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. That's very bad stuff to be breathing in after all. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success! The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual? Well, if that's the case, why did she make 4 of them, first of all? 4 effigies, I mean. And second of all, why did she not burn the book? Because that's part of the thing. That whatever happened is like... This is kind of a weird murder in that regard.
This is stupid.
Angie really believed in this crap? It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. Except for one thing. We did not... no one's been resurrected because the book's still there. So I'm almost positive that's going to be used against us, where someone's going to say, well, what if it was someone that was resurrected? It's like, well, the frickin' book's still here, so obviously that's not the case. Okay, I need to know, why is there a katana in the wax doll of Kaede? That's my main concern right now. A katana stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy.
Damn it!
Who did this? And why?
Got a minute?
Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy.
Ah!
Wait! This is a crime scene, you can't—
What is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do it if you don't pull it out.
Because...
Yeah, that's true, but we have to preserve the scene. It's part of, like, it's part of the detecting rules. Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while. I will admit, I would have pulled out the katana and then, after checking it, put it right back in the frickin' place, because the only thing I would be worried about is fingerprints, but obviously we don't have anything like that to do, so...
Is this...
It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it.
Okay.
Like in the ultimate anthropologist lab. So this was taken from the ultimate... This was taken from Kiyo's lab. Is that so?
Okay.
So right now, everything is pointing to Kiyo, because he wants to do the ritual or the seance and speak with the dead, which would clear his name if the dead did not say his name, obviously, and he's the one performing it, so there's that. And then this taken from that, but it seems too obvious too. We can probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But...
Why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
That's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon.
could it be...
Perhaps it's because Kiyo's lab is on the same floor? They just grabbed something close by? I have one problem with that, though. This is, like, her lab is right next to the stairs on the floor before, and after going up the stairs, it's not that far of a distance to walk, so I really, in that regard, I could find that kind of hard to believe. But, yeah, they may have been in a hurry.
Well...
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
A long weapon?
Okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length.
Huh?
Really?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. Very, very interesting. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. And after you screw up once, and you're also a killer too, or an assassin, you do not want to make mistakes again. Like, first, it's not, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. It's fool me once, shame on me, screw that, never again. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine, because they're a hassle to carry anyway. What are you talking about? Just put it on your back. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how did they know all this? The memories, just like the past two games. And they even have the flashback machine, so they have your memories. Anyway, the gold leaf on this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
It must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off so easily.
Got a minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaito's effigy. Sorry. I should have told her that. I didn't know it was... I didn't think it was that sword itself. Like, I thought it was a different sword, but...
Hey.
I'm going to put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away. I can understand where she's coming out with that.
Okay.
Thank you for warning me. I really appreciate that. I averted my gaze, and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy like it had been previously.
By the way...
Even so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? That is what I want to know, actually. A hanging wax effigy, no less. Like, because if that would have been part of the ritual, like choosing who you wanted to bring back and then threw it at whoever you wanted it to be thrown at, I could understand that, but yeah. Was it part of the ritual? No, we know that. Or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? Maybe. Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe the blood off. Well, technically, you can't even see the blood, I think, until the effigy... Until you pulled it out, because you saw that... You see how there's no blood on, like, the sword. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this. What? Throw it in the frickin' backyard?
What are you talking about?
Then what's the reason for this?
That's...
I honestly have no idea. Don't look at me like that! I'm just a freaking detective in training!
Well...
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there. So in other words, investigate the anthropologist's lab. Yep, let's do that. I want to make sure that katana indeed came from that room. Do that. Okay. Well, let's investigate Kaito actually now, instead of just the sword. The four effigies hung upside down makes this scene particularly eerie. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams of the ceiling.
If If I remember correctly...
Angie made all of these wax figures.
Hey,
Is this rope from the warehouse?
You're right.
Probably. Yeah, I believe so. And that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. True. It's like the freaking warehouse was more dangerous than the damn manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder. Exactly. That is true. Maki makes a freaking good point. I don't want you to think about escaping, so we're gonna block off that. We're gonna block off the manhole, not block off that place that has a bunch of things that could be used as murder things. Anyway, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still does creep me out. Yeah.
that's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
Why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? Well, they're all hanging upside down. I'm not sure.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? Right, if they're going to do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit? Angie? Or someone else entirely? Okay. Well, the only thing left... Because I'm pretty sure checking Kaito means checking everyone, so... The only thing left I can think of is checking Angie. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as a laceration on her
I
forehead.
knew it.
The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck. A sneak attack, most likely. Why does this make me think of the first case in the first game? It was a sneak attack, or a something-based sneak attack. I forget what the actual phrase was that Hagakure said.
Well,
Then what do you make of this wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind.
but
But her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack?
Oh yeah,
I suppose that would be necessary.
remember,
Also, the wound on her head looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. What? Really? That's... like, if it's a freaking deep laceration, I would have expected a lot of freaking blood. What is going on with these two wounds? They're like, so freaking random. And... Huh?
huh?
Huh? Huh? Huh? Huh? Huh? What are we, freaking Makoto?
wait a
Huh?
minute.
Huh? Move. Maki pushed me aside, then lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled underneath her body? And see? If we hadn't moved the crime scene, we wouldn't have found this.
what is it?
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean? Got another truth bullet added to the
But-
monopad. I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body.
So what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did.
Okay.
Well, that's true. Honestly, I need to do this. That's what I need to do. There we go. Need to push a button. That's what I need to do. Maki is really good at this. Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. Exactly. So don't beat yourself up over it. I do remember him saying that his one case, while murder was a murder mystery, it was his first murder mystery, so yeah.
Okay.
Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki.
Do you want to die?
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm joking. I couldn't resist. I really apologize.
Got a minute?
You don't need to apologize. I was joking too. See? At least Maki can freaking take a joke. That didn't sound like a joke though. Yeah, but when does Maki ever sound like she's joking? True? Like, no, seriously. Just in case, I'll freaking look over the bodies. Okay, let's see. And yeah, see, that was definitely all there was to it. Although Rantaro, I'm still freaking keeping my eye on you. I'm keeping my eye on you, Rantaro. Okay, I want to investigate this door. This is the door to the lab's back door.
Is this...
This door has a sliding lock, and it's still locked. Exactly.
That's true.
And because no one has used this door since we came in here, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since.
Hey,
Oh, wait. What's this? Look, there's something gold and shiny on the tab of the sliding lock. Well, hello here. What do we got here? Gold and shiny? Could it be?
Is that alright?
Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
so what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do whatever you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts, and softly slid open the lock.
Okay.
Just as I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort. So someone may have actually, they might have been able to open it from the outside with a certain tool. Whether you lock it or unlock it, this could be an important clue. I knew that door was gonna be freaking suspicious, because that looked like a very easy lock to, open, compared to the front door you needing a lockpick. It reminds me of, how people, would, show in cartoons using a credit card to try to open a lock or something, but it wouldn't be a lock, it wouldn't be like that. It seems like it would be more like a skinny thing that you would go, you would move it up and then try to move it a little tiny bit, where, jimmy it a little bit to make it where the slide would unlock itself, and then to lock it, they would try to move it and then slide it back in or something. So that is definitely important in my opinion. I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter this room. Shouldn't we investigate the front door too? I'm going to take a closer look at it. Maki walked over to the front door. Okay, let's investigate the front door. It's unlocked, but I think there are still things to investigate. Did you really have to say that, Shuichi? We were walking to the door with freaking Maki. Of course we're still investigating.
Hey,
I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm absolutely, positively sure. Or as a certain stupid character would say, abso-posolutely, or I think it was that. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. Whenever I think of that, whenever I hear click, 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 I think of clack, clack, clack too, and it's like, open the door! It's like, that's not how you open a door. You're supposed to turn the knob, not freaking open it, like, slam it back and forth. It really is locked.
I knew it.
The front What did you know? The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click! Clack. There! Open says me! So, he picked this cylinder lock open.
hey,
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him? That's what I was saying, too. I said that at the very beginning of this episode. Or part.
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. The Monocubs took the key. And frickin' Monodam ate it. Okay, here it is. But there's only one key, so don't lose it. It'd be bad if you lost it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door or open it from the outside. Let me see that key. No, no, no. Give me the key. Give me the key. Monodam swiped the key from Monofani, then lifted it into his mouth, and... Nom, 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 nom. Keylicious. Ah! He hid it!
then...
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right? And that's why I said he's gonna be freaking suspect too. Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased.
Huh?
So the front door was locked from from inside the room?
No.
Not necessarily. I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. Okay, I think that's everything. It's strange that the front door and back door have different locks. The front door that we came in has a cylinder lock, and the rear door over there has a sliding lock. She doesn't know about Angie's frickin' OCD of being not the same thing on both sides yet, I think. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
Is this...
In other words, this is what you might call a locked door or locked room mystery, right? Exactly. Locked, huh?
You're right.
Yes, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the Monocubs. So both doors could only be locked from the inside. Technically. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right? Exactly, and that's why he's a suspect, but I don't think he's the culprit. He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
If I remember correctly.
That is true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves. That is true too. He's clearly suspicious. However, I will say this. While it was very suspicious that he happened to come up to the lab at the same time as us, like out of nowhere, the killing happened at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't think it would have taken him until, like, what time does the morning announcement come on? I don't remember, 8 a.m.? You really think it would have taken him 6 hours? My freaking nose itches. You think it would have taken him 6 hours to clean up everything? Like, really? It is suspicious, but that solution just seems a little too convenient. Exactly. Kokichi's lockpicking. Definitely a thing. Okay, so I don't think we can leave. Okay, yeah, I figured. We gotta talk with everyone because they might have... And of course I talk with laughing girl over here. This busty brainy beauty has this all figured out. Huh? You mean you know who the culprit is?
What was that?
Huh? The culprit? F that! Frick that! Shuichi, do we really have time to be listening to her? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, you're not gonna say anything frickin' worthwhile.
Wait!
Hey! Wait! God dang it! Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea?
What?
Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Listen. Hey! Listen! Hey! Listen! Hey! Stop it! You're being Navi.
Okay.
Freaking fine! You don't have to have an attitude about it. Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you. You better thank me for this.
You know.
I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how... even you get how weird... That's kind of a weird sentence, but I know how it's said, so... How weird these wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
Well then.
But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Could it be...
Diversions?
Listen up.
Yep, the culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Holmes' job? Really?
I knew it.
You're a waste of time. Maki turned and walked away. I can't say I blame her after what she just said.
What was that?
Huh? The hell's her problem? She on the rag or something? What the hell does that mean? So Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are. No! Don't even think about it! Hey! Mew tried to look up the wax figure's skirt. I freaking knew it.
Hey!
What are you doing? Stop it!
What?
What? I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. That's freaking bad in itself, but... Like, seriously, that's the best excuse you could come up with? Wait! Do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll? What the hell? Do I freaking look like... It's like, is this supposed to be a freaking doll maker reference or something?
Fucking virgin!
Oh, God. If you like wax dolls so much, then go freaking the doll already! What the hell is wrong with you? I'm gonna follow Maki now. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to Miu was a waste of time.
Then why are we still in here?
It's like, actually I saw something. I might have saw something that I could touch that I did not see until just now. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh?
Huh? Tenko? Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
No.
So you suspect Tenko?
Actually,
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
oh yeah.
That's right. Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab. However, she kinda kicked her out because of that betrayal, too.
Oh,
Yeah, Angie had been shut away here, working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
that's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all. However, we have an alibi with that,
No.
kinda. It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here. So Angie let only student council members in. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. Tsumugi's account. Okay. So, okay. Just making sure, the monitor looked a little like it was above like something else it looked like. Okay, and finally, Gonta. What you got?
Why?
Why? Why didn't you go to the frickin', the seance? Huh? Are you afraid of ghosts too? A murder at nighttime is strange. Impossible, even.
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
Cause student council made rule that we no can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime.
Ew.
Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule?
But
It Atua's rule. Angie say he punish us if we not follow his rules.
Then why is Angie dead? Did Atua punish Angie for doing something wrong, and Atua's wrath was brought onto her, so she died from Atua's wrath? Like, ugh, freaking Atua! I'm freaking sick and tired. I hope I never have to hear the word Atua again in this next chapter. Seriously. But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Angie was also working here at night.
Huh? She was?
but
No way! Student council would never break own rules.
Yeah, she would.
right.
They should have been asleep in their own rooms to set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she sleep in her room and get brought here?
Gonta, idiot.
If so, Gonta could have saved her. If only Gonta saw. But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gonta no could save you.
I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. Yeah, I find that really hard to believe too. Okay, can we leave now? Like, there's literally nothing else in here that I can see too.
What the hell else are we supposed to investigate?
The monitor? It's a monitor for communicating with us. There's nothing on the screen, but just seeing this makes me feel sick. Do we talk to Maki
By
again?
the way,
It's strange that the front door and the back door have different locks. Yes, cylinder lock, and the back door is a slider lock.
that's right.
Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yes, under normal circumstances, you have to unlock doors from inside.
That's true.
We've already read this, I think. Yeah. What the hell else am I supposed to investigate? I did not mean to do that. Don't freaking tell me I really was supposed to investigate the other dolls. Let's see. I'm gonna investigate the other dolls because that's the only other thing I can think of. And I don't want to skip the text on accident. Can I investigate the back door from here? What the hell? Like, I want to leave. I'm done investigating. There's nothing else that I can see. I've talked to everyone. I've even investigated. Can I leave, please? There's still some things to investigate here. Hey, guess what? There's more things to investigate. What am I investigating? There's nothing else showing up.
Ha! Fucking virgin! Oh.
I don't see anything. What the hell? Look at all this crap. Maybe it's hiding something. I don't know. Get rid of this, I guess, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Oh, get rid of those things. What do you want from me, game? I have looked at every freaking thing. There's still more stuff to investigate. There's more stuff, man. More stuff. Stuff. Hey, there's stuff. You see that? More stuff. Are you freaking kidding me? That is like pixel perfect. That's bullcrap! I thought the pool of blood was part of the body! Okay, fine. A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. This blood is from the back of her neck.
Is this...
This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed. Maybe more. Wait. What? Huh? Again, huh? That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Is that it? Finally! Holy crap. I was like, what did I miss? I don't see anything else. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. This is what takes me long for these investigations sometimes. You need a little tiny pixel to get that. It's like... I wish... That's the thing that I liked about the first and the second game. If you press the triangle button, it would show in circles what to click on. This, it just highlights it in color, but it's like, if the same thing is like right next to something, you would think that was part of the frickin' other item. Rant over. Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue our investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not that important, but The only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I'd know.
Well, Maki's one of those people that's kind of blunt, so I'll give her that. You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy is useless. Anyway, let's continue. I think we finished investigating everything for now. Finally! I've been in this room for an hour and 15 minutes.
Got a minute?
Ugh. Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we've found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
You're right. First, we should investigate the ultimate anthropologist's lab. We may find a clue related to the katana.
That's true.
We need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Is something wrong, Maki?
By the way,
It just occurred to me. Why am I acting like your partner? Because I feel like you are my partner for this?
sure, whatever.
Well, it's fine, just don't get used to it. It's not as if I asked you, but it's fine by me. It's true that Maki is a tremendous help to me. She has been pretty helpful. Maki, can't we just be best friends? Like, since we're pretty in sync, honestly. We're really in sync when it comes to investigating right now, in my opinion. I mean, we have her to investigate the dead bodies, while we have Shuichi to deduce the murder aspect, pretty much. If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from right there.
Okay.
First, we should confirm whether the katana used in the murder really came from here.
By the way,
Still, there's a ton of weird-looking stuff in this place. I thought it was all a bunch of useless junk at first, but I guess not.
sure, whatever.
Sorry, don't mind me. Hey, it's fine to talk out loud. I kinda wish... Oh, it was that. I thought it was right here, but... Wait. Okay. It is gone. The sheath, it is just the sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath.
Okay.
Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here. I'm certain of it.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Kiyo suspicious? This is his research lab, after all. That's why I said he's another suspect, but I really don't think it's... I don't really think Kiyo's the culprit, either.
No.
Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
That's true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too. Update! Hey! What are you doing in here? What are you... I asked that first! Shouldn't you be in the freaking, seance room? Oh! What are you guys doing here?
Ew.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look. That is cruel. That is cold.
Anyway,
I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it.
Huh?
Something for the seance?
yeah.
Yep, that white sheet over there. Oh, yeah, I was about to point at it with my mouse. We brought the wooden dog statue and the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Hey, don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either.
So that means...
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on this seance before I got the sheet.
Huh?
Study? So, let's see. Kokichi took a look around and... I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Yep, it says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover. So this must be it. Let's see, what does it say about the Caged Child Seance? Kokichi flipped through the old book he picked up. Be careful with that, because if Kiyo found out that you touched that, I think he would want to kill you. Just saying. Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the caged child is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one in this picture. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the caged child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, and a dark place with no light.
If I remember correctly,
Just like Kiyo said. First, draw the magic circle, passed down from the Caged Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterward, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. Like I said, suspicious, since he's the one that's gonna be communicating through, like, he's gonna be the one that is, the spirit's communicating from, pretty much. It's that kind of thing, I think. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage.
I see.
Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations. The dog god? Do you mean the wooden dog statue?
Yeah.
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Caged Child song. And I hope you have a sheet of paper with the lyrics to the song, because I'm pretty sure the 4 participants will not know what the song is. After the song, ask, "Is the caged child?" Then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit. And that's all it says! That sounds complicated.
But...
I love how I pressed the screen and it didn't do anything. And whenever my finger was off it for a good second, it continued on. It's like, loading problem game? Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? Whether it works or not, Kiyo has been wanting to conduct this seance for a while, considering he kept asking me.
Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of those copies, I have already memorized it. But I never thought I'd be able to lay eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate.
Right?
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it.
But...
But is it even possible? Contacting Angie's ghost? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi?
Huh? Well, you know...
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
There's still some time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet.
That's true.
Maybe it's better if you join them.
Huh?
You think so? I mean, you're one that doesn't believe in it.
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe it or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. Exactly. At least Maki, while she doesn't believe it, she does agree that he should go in and watch in case something were to happen, since he is the detective of the entire investigation. As a detective, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now you're talking!
All right.
Well, I'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we are in the middle one. Kokichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room. Okay, and is there anything else to investigate in here? The Cage Child book is still here. Kiyo said that he has read it so many times, he can recite it by memory. I suppose he doesn't need it to perform the seance. Well, I don't think this bookshelf has anything to do, or... Door to hallway? Okay, it's just gonna take us to the hallway. It's nothing too big and fantastic. It's this way, right? Yes. Okay, let's see what all the hubbub's about.
Hello.
So, Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. You are most welcome to join us.
Oh.
Is what I would like to say. However, only 5, including the spirit medium, may join.
Oh, man.
What a shame. Well, Keyboy, you're out. Why me? Well, you were the one to complain about it. I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while.
Listen up!
Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice. While I don't agree with that analogy, she is right. I was making a huge point on that. It's like putting science and magic together. That is quite the odd mix, I would think.
You see.
To be honest, I had the same thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo.
See, this is why I thought, it's like, I was wondering why Kiyo didn't say anything, because it's like, again, Kibo's not an organic being, so I think because he's made out of metal, he might not have, like, the kind of, like, material needed to actually be counted as a person for doing a seance, but that's just me.
Why you?
Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing!
Do not mock me!
No one's apologized yet!
Oh, man.
Fine. Our bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
How rude!
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible. Fine. But I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi! But... we got a full friendship thing going for us. Why? Okay. I mean, I do feel bad for Kibo. Plus, what did I do? I didn't force him to do this.
So then...
Plus, I didn't say for everyone to kick him out and replace him with me. True. I just came in wanting to observe, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "Get out, Kiyo! We want a real person. We don't want a robot because I don't even think it'll work." Which I did make that point, though.
So now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings.
Do you understand?
Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped on.
You drew this magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then,
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail,
terrifying.
but it may also unleash a curse.
Okay,
Got it. I'll be careful. I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
do not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the Caged Child song memorized. You must do the same.
Do you understand?
I have copied the words to the song down here. Please commit it to memory.
That is a lot of words to remember in a matter of, like, time.
Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read
In the dark. Right. You can't freaking read it because it's gonna be freaking dark. That is gonna be... that. I would be like, well, I'm out. I can't remember all that in 5 minutes.
Huh?
We have to memorize the lyrics now?
Oh?
You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here is the melody.
I listened to Kiyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and lyrics. 1 hour later.
Okay.
Alright, I think I got it now.
Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective.
Well then,
Let us begin the ritual right away.
how exciting!
Yay! We finally get to see Angie! Well, we're not gonna see Angie, we're gonna hear Angie.
So then,
Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl.
Oh, really? I thought you were gonna be the medium. That's... actually took me by surprise. Then I'll do it. But then you won't technically get to ask Angie anything because you'll be Angie technically. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
No.
No. I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie. See, I knew it.
Yeah? That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way, you can say goodbye to her. And after you've finished saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
Please.
Tenko.
By the way,
Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So, if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too.
damn it!
But venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up.
Yes.
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. It seems like the two of them made up. That's good.
So then,
So now that we've decided on a spirit medium, let us begin.
Yes!
Alright, Himiko. I'll see you later.
now I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle.
And not mess with any of the salt. Just walk straight on that line right into the middle.
Please be sure to walk on the path so as not to disturb the magic circle.
That's why there's a path.
Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
Tuh.
Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
Yeah, I would think so.
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Piece of cake! I have 5-star flexibility.
So then,
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done.
let's see.
First, we must place this iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Suichi and Kokichi. And please keep in mind, walk very, not just carefully, but very carefully, as to not disturb the magic circle.
Yeah.
Okay, you can count on me. I may not look like it, but I'm actually super duper strong.
I shouldn't have lied. I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
I freaking figured.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
Yeah.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
And the worst part is that it's a bunch. Both of them are males, so she can make the excuse. Don't drop it on top of me, you degenerate males.
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
Please don't jinx us!
I'm tired. So, next, we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't carry it because it seems like Kokichi wouldn't be as strong as you, but just have to make my opinion on that.
All right, everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
Good, good.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage.
Before the singing commences.
The four of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
How are we all going to fit in that little tiny path? How did we all get through that tiny path with that? Just my comment.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Huh.
Oh, holy crap, this weighs a ton!
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
It was a rhetorical comment.
I'm totally wiped.
Actually, surprisingly, I want to check something real quick. Wow, I did not realize Kokichi was 5'1". I mean, I knew he wasn't as small as Ryoma, but I felt like he was like more like a 4'6" or something like that, because I was looking and I was like, why does he look not that much smaller than Shuichi? Like, look at the picture. He's like almost same head size, because they should be in the same like position in standing like line, and he's pretty tall, like compared to what his sprite makes him look like.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't mix.
The occult's a bunch of bullcrap.
Are you sure it's okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The cage is made out of iron. I'm sure it's fine.
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
No worries, Tinko. You'll be fine.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it. So then...
This is the point of no return, Tinko. After this point, you must not speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Got it!
Understood. I will not say a word until this seance is over. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance.
Well then...
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing.
Alrighty. We each stood in a different corner. Of course we would choose either this side or this side, because we can't look at the frickin' room on this side. It would be very awkward seeing the door that they would only program to see one time.
Now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles.
We are? It looks pretty close to the far, like, end, but whatever. And also, I will say this. I did not mean they could use that door as a graphic, like, as an actual picture. I meant as the freaking overworld thing.
Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
Yeah, got it.
Here's a question. So how are we going to, like, once the seance is over, how is it gonna light up the room again?
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
That was my question.
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Oh, cool.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
I think that's how I spell okie dokie too. I've seen people spell it like O-K-E-Y, and it's like, I spell it K-I-E. It's just one of those words that are like made up, so I would have to say it's either way. But I've seen it the other way so many more, so that's like the first time I've really seen it spelled like that, besides for me. Okay, I walked up to the closest candle and blew it out. If only I had, like, a way to turn off my light and make it completely dark over here. It is pretty dark in here. I just have one light that, it's not even shined at me, so it's pretty dark in here already. The room fell into complete, darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark, I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner, then began singing.
At last, at long last.
Also, just to let you know, yeah, there's an arrow right there. Kiyo led us all in the caged child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage.
I had to show that because it's like, let's just skip this.
At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be 2 or just 1?
What the hell?
Will the guard dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl?
What?
At last, at long last.
We finished singing the song, but I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
Say,
Is the caged child Enji Yonaga? He began calling. Now if the medium answers,
say,
is the caged child Enji Yonaga? What's going on?
say,
Is the caged child Enji Yonaga?
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why won't Angie answer?
hold on.
Himiko, I was very clear that you were not to speak, yes? But something is weird. Why won't she answer? Maybe it failed?
Let's see.
Let's light the candles briefly.
Huh?
What? Is that okay?
Well,
Just for now. I think Kiyo's kind of nervous too, actually, when he's doing that. Or stumbling on his words there. Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. I am so afraid to see what's going to happen next, because that thunk that happened was like, well, what was that? I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. Hey, what's going on? Did it really fail?
That cannot be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tinko in there? Tinko?
I see, yes.
Ah, I told her that she mustn't speak until the medium spirit enters her. She follows orders well. But how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Wait. Dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. And what just made me sigh, like a little bit of a panic sigh, was, remember how he said that you'd be cursed if the seance went wrong? If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing as how this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around. But whatever. Hey, guess what? That's what made it ruined. Look, she's touching the line. Just like setting up, Kiyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kiyo directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
Ta-da! She's gone! Wait. She's not gone. Kiyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside.
Oh?
What is that?
Something is amiss.
Himiko ran toward the cage at a sprint.
Himiko, I told you not to step on the...
But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage and lifted it up and... Oh, shit. Oh no, everyone's gonna frickin' panic as soon as they hear that announcement because there's 4 people in here.
Really?
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monofani's green puke was predicting this tragedy. That's just normal puke.
Ah!
Oh, the puke's color is normal now. I guess it was predicting this.
For now.
Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. I am so freaking confused. Holy crap, the second body discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running.
What?
Tenko? Seriously? What is this? How did this happen?
How'd this happen?
Tenko! I'm going to so sorry. I'm going to no could protect you. I don't even know how the hell that happened.
Got a minute?
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening?
Rise and shine, Earthsign.
How the hell did this happen?
What on earth?
And this is why it's like that ritual, like the sound of the ritual in the book sounded like it was not something that was good, in my opinion. I'm surprised too. I never thought another murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now you should maybe start the investigation right away?
Say,
Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes?
huh? If so...
What happens in the event that there are 2 murders by 2 people? What if there are 2 blackened? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
Yeah, because this was really separated. Like, this wasn't just like freaking Danganronpa 1 where there was just one culprit, but there were two Blacken technically, but it turned into one because the first Blacken got killed by another person. And then the last game, it was the same person, but it was pretty much made in the same exact time frame, I want to say. Or, not exact time frame, but it was pretty much like it was the same person, because it was obviously the same person with it having two dead bodies side by side, so this is a freaking new case.
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in this scenario?
Yeah?
Huh? What would happen? Monodam, what would happen? I've never seen this happen before. What should happen? What would happen?
Not that!
Why do you look lost too, Monodam? I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do. Really, I don't know. Oh man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate.
Father!
Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help. You're gonna ask the balding bear that has been silent for like 3 days now? 3 or 4 days?
No way!
Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us. It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that.
Yeah?
Huh? It's all your fault, Monophony?
Daddy!
Daddy! Help! We don't know what to do on our own.
Ah!
We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal.
Hey.
That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right!
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. And I find it funny that she says that's not true, but then says that's right to Monodams. You don't understand that because you've never been in love before, Monodam. Damn, that's cold.
Daddy!
Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal.
Father!
I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. Aww, you're making me blush. What the?
Here I am!
Who's that dummy over there? He appeared just out of nowhere, and it's like, I'm back. Were you good while I was away? Oh, jeez.
Thank you so much, my adorable darling cubs!
What the hell was that? Not that one. That.
With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation! Oh, that tickles! Father's intense love is getting me all soaked!
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing! This better not awaken anything in me.
That's gross to even say.
No.
That was the funniest no I think I've ever heard. No.
No.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax. Don't have to say anything to that, obviously.
To tell you the truth,
Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation.
I'm satisfied with this.
But I was able to do it. The secret is just to leave whether you get permission or not. Huh? Wait, so then, who's this Baldy over here? It should be Monokuma? Question mark.
Yeah?
Oh, just a part-timer. I got to cover me while I was gone.
Hey!
Here's your pay, like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here. Skedaddle. Shoot! Shoot! Shoot!
Why?
Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed.
Huh?
Now that that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates?
I'll answer that.
Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
Huh?
First come, first served?
Hey,
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target.
in other words,
If the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. What? Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim. Oh, that is heartbreaking, and that is such a cold feeling to hear, that's such a cold remark to hear. Like, oh my god, that means, I mean, that's worse than frickin' Rantaro if you think about it, because that means Tenko was completely, like, what he's trying to say was Tenko was completely useless in the end, and that's such a cold thing to hear. Oh my god.
now then.
Oh, I'll add this to the school regulations so you can review it later.
You should have friggin' added that in the first time.
Go ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder too. Why should we even bother? I want to know who the hell killed her and how though.
Father!
Boy, everything is going so smoothly now. That father's running things again. Leader's gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst. Daddy, you're glowing. You're glowing like a lamp. There's nothing.
Satisfied with this?
There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. Yep, yep, yep. He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go?
How nice!
That's why he's so amazing. Please lick me some more, Daddy. Wow.
So long. Farewell.
I knew it. Monodam ain't happy. So, to make sense of all that,
Listen closely.
if both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
But we don't even know if there's a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True. We should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit.
You freaking psycho.
Shuichi!
This is bad.
Huh?
This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
But you know,
So, this is where you need to step up.
listen up.
Listen, Suichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
I have no freaking idea how Tenko died, honestly. Because I can honestly see that one of the four of us were the killer, but someone could have... No, I have no freaking idea how anyone else would be able to do it, because if someone opened the door, then it would have been obvious light would have been coming in after that. So unless they were hiding under the floorboards or something, like frickin' first case of the second game. What? Is this supposed to be like the first case? Is this supposed to be deja vu investigation where we have first case stuff or first game stuff happening and then we're having second game stuff happening?
Alright!
Alright, let's check the Monokuma file first. The victim is Tenko Chabasira, the ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle empty room on the 4th floor. The time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
A stab wound on her neck, the same as Angie's cause of death. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Also, my freaking back. I'm hoping you all can hear me because I need to sit back like this for a little bit. My neck's kind of hurting right now. Zoink, scoop of curse. What the f-
Hey!
What? Curse? Kaito, calm down!
Seriously.
No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
Stop screwing around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
I think she means it now. Slam. Just did a frickin' flush. A dull sound reverberated through the room. I think I saw him on the ground. Never mind. Wow, he actually has some blood coming from his mouth.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay?
My bad.
My bad, Suichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. Like as if I got frickin' suplexed. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Maki roll. Okay, it was just the cloth. Kinda left the room still a bit wobbly. Again. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True, we haven't time to mourn Tenko's death, as our lives are at risk.
This is...
That's true, but Angie and then Tenko? And to think earlier, I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko.
It could have still been Tenko, though, if you think about it.
How can this be?
It all Gonta fault. Gonta failed to protect friend again.
Sorry, Himiko. It's like, you just lost your, like, two best friends, pretty much, at this point, and I feel really bad for Himiko right now. Tenko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. Investigation resume.
Well,
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Got it.
Going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
No, that won't be necessary.
Ah,
Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Huh? Why?
listen up!
Show him, Kibo! Show him your new power! New power?
His eyes lit up!
Damn, that is freaking bright.
I, Muiruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Oh my god. Did he just do a pun?
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. I like how that's freaking capitalized.
it's okay.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder why that's a truth bullet. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Hey Kibo, how you doing?
Leave it to me.
I will become... I'm not reading that. So what is there to investigate? Ruined magic circle. Candles hung on the wall. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tinko in complete darkness? Like heck, how did they get into the cage? The only thing I can think of is through the, is like on the, what is it? Through the planks or whatever, but at the same time it was the back of her neck, so I honestly don't understand how it would happen. Unless it was Kiyo, because he knows about how the thing works, and there could be something to do with that cage, or even the dog statue. Because that is definitely very strange. It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the stage, or cage, not stage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly,
Kiyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? Damn! What? I like that face that he's giving.
I'm kidding.
Anyway.
Is
That did
this...
not sound like a joke. If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tinko would have been able to get out easily.
okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier, though. Yeah, really. I mean, this sounds like it was the same killer because of that, and it's really pointing to Kiyo right now because of the fact that it feels like this dog statue might have like a secret mechanism in it that stabs into the cage or something. Where is the cage? Is the cage over here? Hole in the corner? What the hell's this? There's a small opening in the corner of the room. doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
Is this...
a hole? Looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. What? Something dropped down there?
Got a minute?
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Okay.
Right, let's do it. Where is the freaking key? Okay, there's the cage. And of course we cannot investigate it. I don't know why, but we can't. I want to check the white cloth, please. It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kiyo was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I've never pronounced that word. I've only seen it a bunch of times. Opaque? Oh, opaque? Yeah, I guess. And on the back... Look, there's a blood stain on it, right around the middle of the sheet. But no hole in the fabric. Which means Tinko wasn't stabbed through this cloth. Okay, so that does leave the dog statue having a mechanism out. So, but if it's on the back of it, that means that it should have came through the floorboard and went that way. But why is it saying... Why does the truth bullet say, like, look, it's, the victim... Wait a second. Okay, you can see most of the word. It's just detected that's cut off. The victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected. See? It's the back of the neck. How would blood get on the cloth right in the middle if it was the back of the neck? Like, that makes no sense. In my opinion, for right now.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. Okay, now the ruined magic circle. It's the magic circle Kiyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well...
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
What?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body.
Right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. What?
But...
Anyways, in any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kiyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey.
Isn't that right, Kiyo? Isn't that right, Leon? He seems depressed. I suppose that does make sense, though. I honestly would not be surprised if it was Himiko that killed Tinko, because Himiko thought that Angie killed, or Angie was killed by Tinko, maybe because of betraying the student council and stuff. And yeah, also okay, now finally let's investigate Tinko's body. Okay, here's the cage. This is the cage used in the seance.
Is this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tinko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey.
Look at this.
Is this...
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage? Probably Tinko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
Yes, I imagine so. This splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tinko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tinko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Wait. If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted... Huh? Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted? That doesn't seem right, because I remember seeing... I pointed at the blood whenever Kiyo lifted up or was taking the cloth off the cage. But I guess that's a possibility, although I saw it with my own 2 eyes because I even pointed at it on the frickin' video. Okay, next up is... What? We already checked the hole in the wall. Okay, a marker stone. There's a rock next to Tinko's body. This must be...
Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like... Oh, that was, Kokichi talking. I didn't even realize that. Like this? Tinko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Okay, before we talk or look at the body, I want to check this floorboard. Ah, this floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tinko.
Why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly...
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
But...
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. We did hear a huge bang. Then, someone must have loosened it on purpose. I did say it could have been frickin' under the floorboards. Tinko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Wait a second. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Will Tinko really keep her mouth shut, despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience, aren't you?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well then, it makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. Same thing with Angie. Oh wait, no, the sword was with Angie. But that makes it where the sword was with Angie, but what was with Tenko? But yeah, you're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Tenko's last moments. I think that's everyone. I don't know why you can talk to them, but like, he's glowing for some reason. But I think that's everything over here, except for the hole in the wall, but I think we've already talked about that. Yeah. Okay. And that should be everything, I think, except for, It was Kiyo. He felt like he was left out. Okay, I don't know why Kiyo is freaking sparkling over there. Yeah, he's sparkling over there for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, Himiko.
Hey!
Himiko! Hey! Himiko! Breathe strong, Himiko!
wait!
Gonta, if you shake Himiko like that, she's going to break.
But she not talking. It's like Himiko not even here.
Like I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's just let her be for right now.
Okay.
Himiko. Okay, Maki, I want your opinion.
Well,
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. The floorboards aren't nailed down. They're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
is this...
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose so. I said that made Tenko look suspicious. And now this! I'm sorry, Tenko!
Stop it.
Cry later.
What?
Huh?
Because...
Crying won't bring back Tenko. And if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit. For Tenko. And all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Okay, Gonta, you're up.
Why?
First Angie, then
How
Tenko!
can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends? Okay, I want to talk to Kokichi next.
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. Is that really what he's just only gonna say? This investigation is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for giving Kiyo his new function. Now then, did you really have to say that word? What move, you stupid... How many bad words can she say in 5 minutes?
No.
No, not necessarily.
Huh?
Huh? Seriously? This seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be...
So you believe that Tinko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility. Crap for brains. God, you don't even know that! It is true that Tinko was alive before the seance began.
This is the point of no return, Tinko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Understood! I will not say a word until the seance is over. Tinko answered Kiyo, so at that point, she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark. I'm positive. What time exactly was Tinko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point of this case. No, none of that? Okay, fine. Well, we got one last person, and I keep freaking having to go real slow with the icon.
That cannot be.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
Kiyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
But of course.
Of course. I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We've performed all the steps flawlessly.
He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
Oh, if we perform the caged child again and summon Tinko's spirit this time.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Whoa there. We're not doing that until after this is solved, if anything, because, someone frickin' could do this.
This is stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened, to know why this seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever. Just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tinko, the spirit medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tinko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been completed, but...
Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. I really wonder what the hell was that noise.
It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps.
That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kiyo knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
Well, we called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle, in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, And then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... Then it sounds like Tinko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that is a problem.
I see, yes.
There's another problem.
How?
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out. Someone's got a one-track mind.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Damn, don't say that. He's gonna get heartbroken. Maki never was one to pull her punches. Well, that was everyone and everything.
Hey!
Maki, we finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor now.
By the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light? Kibo!
That's true.
Okay, fine. Let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine.
okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. Well, hello. This is a lot of space. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours. And guess what? There's 3 freaking rooms that are all connected, so someone could have gone to one of the other rooms and went and killed her that way. That's why I'm wondering how it's the back of the neck, though. Unless someone freaking broke it and that's what that thunk was, the broken floorboard coming undone and stabbing her in the neck.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah? I'm pretty sure there's plenty of clues, especially when... Look at what we got over here. A bloody sickle. Is this where we came from? Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
hey,
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
that's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there.
Nope.
Then they could have used the light, like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. Plus, if you think about it, the sheet was covering up everything, so might have not seen the light, maybe because of the sheet. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of suspicious in itself. They used the light to move around under the floor? Is that possible? Dry blood. There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the floorboard. And it's dry. It isn't new. This is freaking where Angie died. But that's pretty far from where Tinko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey.
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it, too.
Ah!
You're right! There's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
What do you mean?
Did Tinko's blood splatter here, or spatter here, when she got killed?
That's true.
I wonder, I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these bloodstains here are completely dry, like no wetness whatsoever. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. That would be Angie's death. That's an important clue. Oh, and... Okay, and then, let's go to the blood stain now. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tinko's. And not looking at that, but... Hello, what do we have here? There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it. And guess what? That is how you could kill someone in the back of the head, or back of the neck. Just going, like, it's not a straight thing, it's a curved thing, so all you'd need to do is pull it around and then... And that might have been the thunk, too, for all we know.
Okay.
The blood on this sickle is fresh. This is it! This is the murder weapon!
Is this...
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well...
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality. And you can hide it under your clothes, too.
Well...
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
That's right.
And since Tinko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
But
even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tinko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tinko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question.
Hey.
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tinko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those are possible. Anything else? I didn't see that. Wow, I did not see that at all. The cut crosspiece.
Ah!
Look! Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width, too. And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This one was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why? Another crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then...
What purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tinko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all of this, then why? And that should be everything. I think we've finished investigating here.
Is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. Hey, she's a killer, but she don't like dust. After Maki and I crawled out of under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise? Huh? What do you mean?
Because
if Angie and Tinko have different killers, then the Blacken we need to vote for is...
You're right.
The culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
Then...
So instead of investigating Tinko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But
this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both of their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. Yeah, this is pretty much probably done. When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded. Now what? Why is there more? What?
It's a lie!
You asshole! You're a freaking asshole. There should only be 2 kills allowed. A third one would make them go crazy. It's like, what the freaking hell? Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? No, I was gonna say, what the hell?
Huh?
Instead, I'm saying what the hell for another freaking reason. What are you doing? What's with those creepy eyes?
Oh?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Why?
Okay, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. And then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through the floorboard?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good, because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard. So in other words, you would have killed yourself had you died.
Got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything. Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. Oh, really? What bad luck! The crosspiece was gone? Does that mean...
Huh?
What? Not yet. Do not say it's trial time yet.
Confidence! Dreams! That's what the killing game is all about! Killing game fans! Hold your head high and watch with your own 2 eyes! Baseball, soccer, mobile games! They're all nothing compared to the killing game!
Is there a point you're trying to make?
The killing game just can't be beat! Behold, students! The entrance to the trial grounds!
I needed to go into the other rooms. I guess time's up. Oh man! It's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something.
Huh?
What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately,
Man.
I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kiyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in this picture. Not only that, he used the exact same tools, too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. You'll tell me about it later? At the class trial, so see you there. Do not pass out. Kokichi left the blood loss, clearly affecting his footing a bit. Let's go to... You okay, Maki?
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die? You're such a kidder, Maki. Frick you, I want to go in this right room. I need to get to the Shrine Judgment. Can't we be like a little late? Like, just give me 2 minutes. I'd want to go and be there for 2 minutes. Like, I don't even know why I'm going down the stairs instead of warping, because... Well, wait. Actually, before warping, I want to check and see if there's anyone... Hey, look! I'm up here. Ha 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 ha. Look, there's where I'm at. Ha 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 ha. So they really are all at the trial ground already. Well, in that case, let's go to the plaza. Don't need to be going all down the stairs, and I'll get all the way till right before the trial. You okay, Kokichi?
Oh dear.
It would appear we all have gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level. Quit screwing around.
What?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Maki roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only have... Wow. You can go screw yourself off.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
Hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
I'll agree with Kiyo on this.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble. Would that be like a freaking communicator or something?
Got a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and ghosts don't really matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
All right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so...
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? So Maki, what do you have to say?
Okay.
Atua and ghosts don't matter right now. The culprit is among us. She's really nervous. Himiko? Kokichi? What are you crying about? I respected Angie and Tenko so much since the moment we met. Shut up.
Shut up! Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing's gonna be solved by crying about it.
All right already.
Besides, that was a lie, wasn't it?
It's a lie.
Yep, you guys have me figured out already, so there's no point in keeping up the act. Kokichi never changes, no matter what situation he's in.
Damn.
This trial's gonna be rough, since I couldn't even do any investigating. I kind of wonder if the water looks a lot more realistic in the PS4 version. I honestly don't care, but I just noticed it, and it's like chapter 3, with it being pixelated like that.
Why did the seance fail? I never did figure out why.
I see he's still more interested in that than the case. I mean, honestly, that also makes me kind of suspect that Kiyo is not the killer, because he's really freaking interested in why the seance failed. His beloved seance failed, and he just can't freaking imagine it failing, so... I know there's a freaking achievement for beating, like, items 1,000 times, I believe it is. And I don't think I'm anywhere near that.
Boom!
I find it funny how he does that, and it's like... almost everyone that finds a contradiction, it's like, you're wrong! As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped on board. I like how the elevator goes down and you're still technically outside because you're seeing it go down. We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster, and so we fell faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You make Monodime sad. He looks more ticked than sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth.
Now then,
Let's hurry up and get this started.
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content in the next part. The third class trial was about to begin. Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tinko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. That's frickin' sad. Only 2 people on this screen. Wait, what did he say? And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Then we have a full screen right here. 2 different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight for with truth and lies in this class trial. Oh yeah, definitely. And my lie will become the truth. In that regard. I will definitely save right here. It is now 3:02 a.m. It's been 3 hours and 2 minutes since I started recording. That was a long investigation, but I know I did talk a lot during some of the parts, but I just had to voice my opinion on a lot of things. So, just to let y'all see it, I think what I want to do, because it makes it kind of easy, I will take the rear touchpad thing off, and I will instead, I think what I'm going to do is I will go with this. And put that on, as well as, let's see, do cool and composed, because, I don't like the whole frickin'... I can't shoot the V thing, because I'm just gonna frickin' aim like this and go slowly away from the V thing. So, oops. Definitely buying that. I'm gonna buy them all right now, even though I think maybe I shouldn't buy them now and stop, because I obviously can't save. Well, no, I will be able to save, because I do have to at least hit the first line of this case, which is just Monokuma going over his spiel of, you got to figure out who done it, and it's like, I don't care, but I'm gonna save right here, so then I got the class trial to go directly into. So, let's see here. What else do I want to buy before I go off, or before I stop? Can't get Digital Love. After thinking about it, I don't want to get Digital Love or put it on, because then it'll make the trial too easy. Just like Point Blank. I did show it off, so that's probably good enough. I just feel like it might be cheap, like when white noise comes up and it's like doing that whole thing or whatever, and I should be making it a little difficult and not just shooting the frickin' white noise as soon as possible. No, that's fine. I might get that. Increases the amount of letters that can be acquired at once. Power of Life. Easier to push the opponent back during... Nah. I might get that because that's actually really good. If you have like a problem or something, I don't have to worry about that. I feel like that might come in handy this trial too. What was Mind's Eye? Reveals V points. It's hard to say if I should get that or not, actually. Oh, by the way, if you want to see what I got from Kirumi and Ryoma. Ryoma's is this, which makes truth bullets penetrate white noise. So, that actually makes it easier in that regard. I don't know if I should keep that on to make it harder or not. You all can let me know because I won't be recording this until probably after this goes up. And then bed making, which increases the recovery speed of focus gauge, which, in my opinion, that's not as breaking. Like, it makes it easier to focus again, but it's not as breaking as, like, say, this, because white noise is supposed to frickin' stop you from doing the, from actually getting crap done, while this just makes it easier to get focus back, so... but besides that, everything else I think I've gotten on here. If not... Saint Nico's ability, I think I've shown, which silences everyone, unless you point at him. Delusion, yeah, you've seen that. Okay. Let's get... Yeah, what the hell. Set that. And... I think the only other thing I might get... Wait a second. Slightly increases the time limit in each phase. I think I might get that, like, might get this. And that should be everything I need. I'll keep the rest on the back burner. Like, even though I kinda... Well, no! Screw it. Give me that, too. And that'll be it. Keep everything else on the back burner. Because, clear my... Was it... Oh, shoot. I actually do want this. Well, now I have to say that's it, because I can't buy anything else. Okay, so... Even though, like I said, the skills, I got level 99, so it's kind of cheap in that regard. At the same time, I like seeing the skills in work. It's like, you don't want to frickin' just have the same skill on the entire frickin' thing, so... Yeah, screw that. But yeah, that'll be it for this time. Those skills will be equipped because I will be saving at the first statement of the trial in order to have it where I can start from this screen again. So, hope you all enjoyed. It's been just over 3 hours of me recording. And yeah, the next video will definitely be the class trial. Hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you all next time. Oh, and I forgot I was pressing the 1 button, so I couldn't stop the recording until I stopped pressing it. Now I will see you all next time.